Hello and welcome to Puddleglum's Music Collection. My name is Marty. I'm here today to talk a little bit about, the record store day, which I can't go to. I work every Saturday, so record store day is always on a Saturday, and I work a lot of hours on a Saturday. So I usually get it online because on record store day, you can still get all that stuff online. But I want to go to the record store and support the record store here, which is Record Wonderland out here in Illinois. Record Wonderland is the store I usually go to. So I went there today I went there when it opened today because I had to go see if they had, because I didn't get to go yesterday, seeing if they had anything left. My place here is a mess, so ignore everything in the background. A lot of stuff going on. Yes, my wife still irons. Okay. Uh, I went today to see what was available. Actually had a few things available that I was looking for. There's a couple things they didn't have that I wanted, but that's okay. Record store day, a lot of times I just go to find good deals because they do 20% off on used records on record store day. So that's the important part to me. A lot of times, a lot of these things they put out are overpriced, and it's stuff I'm not really all that interested in. And a lot of times, 6 months later, they bring those out anyway for you to buy in a different type of scenario. No Taylor Swift, but I probably wasn't looking for that album. Anyway, so I can show you the two things I did get for Record Store Day. And then I have a couple things that I got for 20% off of the used pile. So I did want John Elefante. Of course, John Elefante was the Kansas singer for a couple years. Well, a few years actually, but he was on 2 albums. John Elefante also produced a lot of Petra albums. He's a producer for a lot of other Christian music. He also has a solo career, and he also had a band called Mastodon. Not the heavy metal Mastodon, and it's spelled different. It's Mastodon, which is more of a pop rock vibe. One of the guitar players for REO Speedwagon sang on a lot of the songs from Mastodon, and other vocalists. So it was a big collaboration of people. But John Elefante was very involved with that, along with his brother Dino. So John Elefante had an album out for, this was released on CD, but the album version was released for Record Store Day. And of course, here's the Kansas Purple. It's a Purple album. So there we go. John Elefante. His album, The Amazing Grace. And it's on Girder Records, so you probably could have got it ahead of time before it came out. There's the lyrics. Not a whole lot to it. Purple vinyl. So I got that, and then I got this. Now I haven't heard this yet. I'm interested to hear it because it's got a couple different. This is a box set that I got. It's not the Van Halen Live. They ran out of those quickly. It's a little too pricey anyway, I thought. But that Van Halen Live might come out later in a black vinyl, in 6 months and be cheaper. You don't know. But I got the Albert Ayler. Albert Ayler was in the 60s. He died pretty early, I think. But if you ever look up his bio, very interesting guy. His death is kind of a mystery. They think he committed suicide, but there's a lot of stuff about the mob maybe killing him, and he had a lot of wacko stuff going on towards the end there. But Albert Ayler, I think is how you say his name. Avant-garde jazz. He got, in his later career, his jazz got a little more harmony to it. His wife, I guess, was singing on some stuff. I don't know what this is, right in the period there where he was changed. This is 1966, so I'm guessing this is still very avant-garde jazz, which means it's just all over the place and wacko. He's a sax player, but then he's got like trumpet player, a cello player, a drummer, and a violin player, and it's just crazy stuff. So if you like that crazy avant-garde jazz, this is a 4 LP set. And I think it's going to be pretty cool. Some crazy music, though. I'll tell you what. So I got that. So those are the two record store day records that I got. But I also found some stuff because the other records are all 20% off pretty much. And I found the Alarm, Eye of the Hurricane, one that had a lot of the hits there during the MTV period. Eye of the Hurricane, I'm a big Alarm fan, so that was cool. Got some more jazz, the jazz guitarist Wes Montgomery. I got his Road Song album, so I thought that was cool. And I got Alan Parsons. Return of a Friendly Card. So I got that pretty cheap because it's 20% off. Good shape. Then I got an old Wishbone Ash. I think this is their Wishbone Ash's. I think this is their sophomore effort, their second album called Pilgrimage. A lot of good tunes on this one. It's like, I think there's only like 7 songs on it, but some of them are long. And this is a really great album, I thought. This is one that people don't talk about a lot, I don't think. But it's their second album, Wishbone Ash. So those are the things I got. I'm not a real big RSD guy. I like to support my record stores, so I do that sometimes. But I'm usually working. Sometimes I go the day after. I don't get all the free stuff, but they said they did real good, so good for them. And support your record store if you have one in town. I hope you guys had a good record store day. Like I said, I was working. But we'll see you later. Bye.